everybody, it's Regan here. Just saying a quick disclaimer at the start of this video that this was filmed before Spider-Man Far From Home. If there's any lore reveals or anything from that movie, they will not be included in this video, so you don't have to worry about spoilers or anything like that. With that out of the way, enjoy the video.
Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame were great movies, just absolutely amazing. They're a perfect way to finish off the Infinity Saga. I think everyone can agree that the way they finished off all the characters, all the main ones at least, is incredible. And there's really no better way of doing it. But I think we can all agree that Marvel has no intention of ever slowing down. Well, at least not yet, especially with the movie production and some of the new TV series that are coming out. So that's what I'm here to talk about. The future of the M.C.U. I'm getting really close to the mic. With Phase 4 about to start with the installment of Spider-Man Far From Home, we're left to wonder what could possibly come next. Because Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame were built up after over 10 years. 10 years? But with Thanos out of the picture, who's going to be the next big bad of the MCU? And who is going to defeat him? Disclaimer, this is just my personal opinion. I may or may not be wrong, and if I am right, then spoilers. We already know and speculate about some of the new movies that are coming to the MCU, like Guardians 3, Black Widow, Black Panther, maybe even a new Thor movie in there. But these are all movies that continue the story of characters that have already been introduced, and half of the original Avengers are gone now, so who's gonna fill their shoes? So in this video, I'll be talking about the basic outlining of what could happen in the next 3 phases or so, the next saga, with the new story arcs, the villains, the characters, and yeah, stuff like that. I feel like it's worth mentioning that I'm treating this as like the Infinity Saga. I'm going to be using the first 3 phases as like a template for what's going to happen next. So without further ado, slapping the... In Phase 4, I think we'll be continuing the story of some of the newer characters such as Spider-Man, Captain Marvel, and Black Panther. This phase will most likely be building up the older characters so they're more like the original 6 by the time the next big bad comes along. But this doesn't stop the writers from bringing in some of the new characters such as maybe the Eternals or possibly the Fantastic Four at some stage. Around this time, the planned MCU TV shows will be airing, such as the new Falcon and Winter Soldier one, and maybe even WandaVision and some of the others. I say some of the others because I can't remember the names, it was just those 2 I was keen about. Hopefully they're good, better than bloody Iron Fist. So with these TV shows, we'll be getting a lot more development for those specific characters and making them more mainstream heroes for the next couple movies in the next couple phases or so, which will be extremely good, especially with Falcon now having the shield. On to Phase 5. This is... things will start to make a lot more sense of what the saga's really going for, and things will tie into each other nicely, and the main villain will definitely make more of a appearance, I guess, in this phase. It would definitely be a lot clearer who it's going to be. I reckon by this time we will definitely know. They'll definitely start to have more of a mainstream role and start making more of a threat to the universe or Earth, depending on who it is. Doctor Doom. Some new characters may be introduced, like I know in Phase 2, Guardians were introduced, which is great, amazing film, but whether they introduce another big group to the MCU in Phase 5 is debatable, because the only 2 they could really go for is Fantastic Four or the X-Men, and things haven't really gone too well with Fox, so X-Men might not happen for a while yet. I don't think we'll be seeing an X-Men movie purely because it's just too big a group for just one movie. We might see maybe a couple of them come in, like Wolverine, maybe Cyclops in like post-credit scene, or have their own movie possibly, but I doubt it. But I don't think it will happen, not in Phase 5 at least. If you're going with my 2 predictions for the villains, it won't fit. They'll just be there basically, which is a waste of space. Maybe Deadpool. Maybe Deadpool could come in.
Why are you looking at me for that?
I don't know. It's like, I need someone to point at, but I don't want to point straight at him.
I love Deadpool!
Deadpool! I don't know, but it could happen. Yeah, so basically I don't think Deadpool could come in, especially this early, but it might happen. It might be a different adaptation. Might not be Ryan Reynolds because, R. And Marvel doesn't like R. It could possibly happen, but I don't think so. At least not Ryan Reynolds. On to Phase 6! Phase 6. Shit starts to get serious now. Trust me. Maybe. I don't know. Don't take my word for it. The main villain will definitely show up way more now, posing more of a threat. Things will start to build up in tension and all this stuff. And depending who it is, the cast may vary, in size. I don't think we'll get a cast quite as big as Infinity War or Endgame, purely because if you go with Doctor Doom, you wouldn't need it. The Guardians would not have to get involved or anything like that, unless he was literally too overpowered. But if Doctor Doom came in, that means the Fantastic Four would be there, so that's sort of just we don't need all the heroes. But if something like Galactus was coming, we could have a big cast, but I'm still not sure if we'd get one the size of Endgame at least. It might be close, but personally, that's why I think that Galactus would be one of the best villains, because you'd be able to have one of those big casts again and still have a major threat, but himself as a villain isn't that convincing, or nothing like Thanos at least. He comes, he eats planets, he goes, he does the same shit over and over again. It's just another day for him. He's not really striving for this goal other than feeding himself. But on the other hand, we have Doctor Doom, which, if the Fantastic Four is introduced, he would definitely be there. And I hope to God that he's not just a solo villain. That would be the worst thing they could possibly do. He is such an amazing character and villain that you can't just have him around for one movie and then kill him off or just send him somewhere and not have him come back. It would be such a waste of resources. That's the word I'm looking for. Maybe with the addition of the Fantastic Four and Doctor Doom, if it happens, we could definitely see a group other than the Avengers show up, and that's the Future Foundation. There's the Fantastic Four, there's Spider-Man, there's a whole bunch of characters, and their suits look amazing, especially Spider-Man's. Picture here.
Insert picture.
I'd love to see if I point this way, but you end up putting it here.
Yeah.
That'd be funny as shit. Now my face is covered up. Get off screen! Also by this phase, hopefully enough time has passed to where Morgan Stark is old enough to wear the rescue suit you see in Avengers Endgame. And by then she'll hopefully be able to make herself into her own superhero just like Tony. A new Iron Man for the saga. Which, no one wants to have a saga without Iron Man. Iron Man is a staple now, and you can't deny it. Iron Man. Not Iron Man. Back on track! She definitely has the motivation to become a hero purely because her father died while protecting the Earth from the Mad Titan Thanos and his alien army. She will definitely grow up wanting to protect people just like Tony, whether Pepper likes it or not. Guaranteed that's her whole arc. Wants to become a hero, Pepper doesn't like it. By the end of this phase, things will build up. By the end of this phase, things will build up, and new villain comes in, actual movie surrounded by him and what he's doing, and much like Endgame and Infinity War, things will go out. You maybe get 2 parts, you don't know, it might just be a nice long movie, maybe a 3-hour one again. They start to lose, but then kick it back at the end with some arrival of a new overpowered character, hopefully not Captain Marvel. Although she didn't get much screen time. She just denied a headbutt and went on with her day. What I've just outlined is not what it's going to be. It could be totally different or exactly as I said, which would be amazing. But I reckon the main difference is this is a really dumbed down version of what could happen. The past 10 years with the MCU have been phenomenal. The story arcs and the plot twists and everything. It's just built up so much over the last 10 years with just an amazing ending. And I don't think we could get any less from this next saga. And I don't think the producers and directors will let something worse pan out. It's definitely going to be amazing. That's for sure. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this sort of video, I'm sure there's a lot more coming soon. So look forward to that in the future. But in the meantime, leave your thoughts and video suggestions in the comments below. And make sure you like the video. It helps us out a ton. And until next time, I'll see you later.
That's a wrap, lads.
No one speculates speculate. We already know and speculate about some of the new videos. Movies! Films! Either one of them would be good, but no. Video.